Welcome to day 20 of the 100K net worth challenge. I am now at 6,877. So more or less going down, unfortunately. A lot of factors playing into this. You might be wondering why I'm sweaty and in the middle of a green field here, but I went to play some pickleball, rode my scooter here because holy cow, I was in front of the computer so long today. I think that was about it for me. So I had to come out and I'm grateful to be out here. I mean, it feels great. There are a lot of bugs, unfortunately. I got to play a little pickleball after waiting probably 40 minutes for me to find an opening to play with some people, which was nice. But yeah, as far as the net worth challenge, there are quite a few different factors that have been playing into it. The biggest progress that we made today was actually getting another sell, which was really big, and I really think they're going to become a client. Anyway, it's just really good. Business is starting to do well. I've set up a lot of ads and I'm almost completely finished with them. As far as the house, we did apply with the new lender. I did that last night after recording the past video that I did. So now we're getting another lender into the mix, which is really interesting. Did not expect this to happen. Hopefully it's all a good thing. I'm just checking around, making sure there's no one gonna grab my scooter. What else happened today? I mean, I was just in front of the computer for so long. I did listen to a podcast today though by Think Media, and it was super solid. I think it's one of my secrets to how I'm becoming more successful in my life and how I will experience that success is I keep surrounding myself with great books, audio, podcasts, things like that are inspiring me, that are about the things that I want, that are examples of people where I want to go. And the Think Media podcast is really solid because there's a lot of great YouTube advice in there, right? And he's a great YouTuber, someone that I admire. And so one of the things that he was saying is you got to learn how to be creative and stand out from all the noise. And so I've been kind of thinking about that. Part of me is like, well, just grabbing the phone, recording like this is pretty, not everyone's going to do it like every single day. And so I feel like that is something that can set me apart on this 100K journey. I feel like a lot of people have this goal to get their base built, to get to 100K net worth. And so that's something I was like, you know what? I feel like we're doing okay. I could definitely do better as far as higher quality. Hopefully it's not too much background noise going on for you today. And obviously the camera quality be suffering right now. That is for sure. But ultimately, I just wanted to share that I'm out and about and that I had to take time to get out in nature because kind of pulls my hair out, kind of makes my hairs turn gray whenever I'm just stuck in front of that computer all day. And that's part of the game that I'm playing. I chose to be a YouTuber, so there's a lot of recording and editing that goes on. Eventually I'll have my own editor, and I did work with an editor for a time, but we didn't make too much progress as far as financially and getting the videos exactly how I wanted them. So I'm just taking matters into my own hand until I can totally monetize this thing. So first of all, thank you again for following. The wins definitely outweigh the losses and the anxiety. The anxiety was hard those weeks that I was down, but I think having these wins, starting to close on more people, starting to see major progress, just that joy just really outweighs all the suffering. So it's important to realize when I'm in those moments of suffering to realize, hey, it is going to get better and it's going to be amazing. And yeah, so my wife's out of town this week. And so it's just me. Gonna try to hang out with a brother tomorrow, go to one of the springs, gonna get some pickleball in. But my main goal too for tomorrow is just get my first video published of this 100K net worth challenge. So that includes getting a thumbnail done tonight for video 1 and then just getting the next videos ready to roll. So let's do it. Let's get this journey rolling. And yeah, let's listen to the crickets out here, huh? And there's bats flying around too. We definitely out in the country here. But thanks so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. And yeah, tune out. 20 days into this challenge, it's been pretty solid. So I'm grateful for what I'm learning, and yeah, let's keep growing. Oh wait, there was one more thing that happened today that was a big win. I got to talk to one of my friends. We were actually in a band together in college. He was my first roommate in college, just a solid dude. His name's Jacob, and we had just a great hour-long conversation over the phone today. And I think a couple of my biggest takeaways from that conversation was, first of all, something that he said was like, it's so important to not let go of those parts of you that make you you, and to genuinely pursue them more. I really liked that, you know, just remembering, because the day-to-day gets monotonous sometimes and you get caught up in the heat of everything. And so kind of that was my main focus this week, was experiencing more joy, and I really feel like I did, and I need to remember to continue to do that, and also to schedule it in, right? Like doing voice lessons, you know, that was something I did this month for my first time in like years, and that really kind of got me back into the singing game, made me feel that love for it again, you know. Doing YouTube is something that I do love, you know. There is the grind aspect to it, but I think doing these videos, these vlogs, has been really enjoyable. So just continuing to do them, persevering, and then watching the progress as I go. And then another great thing that came out of that conversation with Jacob is, I mean, what else were we talking about? Oh yeah, it was about, you know, he was like, man, sometimes I wonder like how people are able to afford everything that there is to afford, because you got car payments, you got mortgages, and it's just crazy to think about like, how does this all make sense? And I, you know, was just thinking, I was like, wow, that's funny, because I'm in my job, I'm around a lot of people who are doing really well and have a lot of disposable income, you know. And when I talked to him, I was like, man, sometimes I'm thinking, how is it that there are so many people that are getting by so well? Like there's so many of them. I'm just shocked all the time. And so, you know, there's this idea, you know, there's both things happening, right? For sure. And we shouldn't overlook the people that are struggling, right? But I just think it's super important to kind of realize what you're focusing on and what you're surrounded by as well. So that's a big part of it. Got a fellow car here. So part of it is, what are you focusing on? What are you around? Yes, like, okay, I'm around one, so it's like gotten me thinking, oh, like how can I also be the same way, right? Rather than focusing on the struggle of it. That was one point of it. But he actually brought up, he was like, yeah, instead of focusing on like how much you're just making and bringing home every day, it's so important to focus on wealth building. And I was like, now we're on to something. And he was like, yeah, telling me how he's been thinking more about like how to build wealth and where to put his money and things like that. And we just kind of discussed that, and I was like, that's so true. We're not going to get to our financial goals by just, you know, looking at the money that comes in each month, but rather where we're going to put that money, how we're going to save that, how we're going to automate that. That's a big thing that's shifting in my mind, is really, how do I build wealth now? How do I put those dollars that I'm earning to work and make more dollars for me over time? So a lot of great stuff. It was a great conversation today. So all right, let's wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching, and it's getting pretty dark. I got to get on the road here. So got my helmet here and a fun little scooter. Got a little light out there. Wow, the camera quality is so bad today, and I'm so sorry. See, I should have been like here in the light. Like, all right guys, how we doing today? Everything going all right? Just a lot more professional.